All right, our last section of Chapter 2, 2.5, compare and order real numbers. Now this helpful hint, it's real helpful, it's here for a reason. So you're going to write all fractions, percent, and non-perfect squares and cubes as a decimal, all right, as a decimal. Because when you compare and order, you want to be comparing apples to apples, all right? So we need to compare our decimals. So, comparing real numbers. We are going to use the symbols less than, greater than, or equal would complete the statement. The square root of 8, what symbol goes in here? 2 and 2/3 to make a true statement. Then graph the number on the number line. All right. So to compare the numbers, we're going to approximate the decimal expansion of each number. So, the square root of 8. Need that calculator. Okay? 8, the square root of. We're going to go to 2 digits to the right of that decimal, so it's approximately 2.82. Okay? Now 2 and 2/3. All right, 2 and 2/3, approximately, all right? Well, the whole number goes in front of the decimal, so it's 2 points, and then you're going to take the 2, divide it, 2 divided by the 3, and that is, well, we got a repeating decimal here. We've learned how to deal with these. We're going to go with 6 with a repeat bar over it. All right. So, back to our original question. Remember, when you have greater than or less than, you can think of a greedy alligator, and the greedy alligator always wants to eat the higher number. So the higher number, with 2.6 repeating and 2.82, is the square root of 8. So we are going to use the square root of 8 is greater than 2 and 2/3. Now we are going to graph the numbers on the number line with the approximate location. All right, so the square root of 8, it's a little above 2.8. So little above 2.8 is the square root of 8. Now this repeats, 2.6. So it doesn't go on 2.6. It goes, I don't know, somewhere in this region. So 2 and 2/3. All right. So you need to know what two numbers it would go between on the number line. Comparing real numbers. All right. So which symbol, less than or greater than, equal, would complete the statement? The cube root of 15. The negative cube root of 15, to be exact. All right. So the negative cube root of 15. I don't know that. So let's see. The cube root of 15. It comes between, let me see, there is what? The cube root of 1, the cube root of 8, the cube root of 25, right? So below it is the cube root of 8. That's 2. And above it, let me see, the cube root of 8, the cube root of what? 27. 27. That's it. So that's 3. So we're somewhere between 2 and 3. All right, cool. But which one are we closer to, 2 or 3? And we did this last time. So let's see, 15 minus 8, well, 15 minus 8, that's 7, so we are 7 away from 2, 27 minus 15, 27 minus 15 is 12. So that means we are going to be closer to 2, okay? We're going to be significantly closer to 2. It's not 2, we're a little over 2. Ooh, and it's negative. So it's going to be negative. Okay? So we're going to be a little past negative 2. Okay. How far past negative 2? I don't know. We're going to get an approximate. Okay. Let's see. Oh, and the negative pi over 2. Oh, okay. Negative pi over 2. Well, let's see. So for the symbol for pi, we do 3.14. We're going with its negative, and we're dividing it by 2. Minus 1.57. All right. So we've decided that the cube root of the negative cube root of 15 is somewhere above negative, somewhere a little more than negative 2. And the negative pi divided by 2 is approximately negative 1.57. Now, in the negative world, the closer you are to 0, the greater you are, okay? You're less negative, I guess you should say. So the less negative one would be the greater of the two. So this one is less negative than this one is. In this case, okay, so if this is less negative, that means the alligator wants to eat you. All right, so let's do our best to pop this in. All right, so negative 1.57. That's somewhere in this region. Negative pi over 2. And then the negative cube root of 15. All right. Well, it's over 2. Okay. And it was, I don't know, about a third over 2 because 7 and 12, it's a little over a third-ish. So we'll go negative 2.3. Somewhere in this vicinity. I'll have someone in class tell me exactly what it is. So this is the negative cube root of 15. All right. Those are the first two examples. Let's see if we have something a little better. All right. So we're going to order the set. All right, from least to greatest, we've got this one. All right, remember, we're going to change all of these into decimals, okay, so don't stress. From least to greatest, that means the smallest number to the biggest number. Then graph the set on the number line. Okay, so least to greatest, number line. Cool, cool. First up, the approximate square root of 30. 30, square root, 5.47. Okay. 6. Well, that's just 6. All right. We don't need a decimal for that one. 5 4/5. All right. 5 points. What? We're going to take 4 divided by 5. 5.8. Cool. It's perfect. And then this one is already a decimal. 5.36. All right. So your options are 5.47, we've got 6, we've got 5.8, and we've got 5.36. All right, so the smallest number, well, the first one is 5, and then we look at the 10th place. The smallest one would be whatever it equals, 5.36, and the 6 is repeating. Cool, cool, missed that the first time. So 5.36 repeat bar. I always cross those out just to make sure. Let's see. So next, we only have 3 left. 5.4 is smaller than 5.8. So what equaled 5.4? That was the square root of 30. Cool. All right. Then we only have 2 left. 5.8. Which is 5 4/5. 5 4/5 is 5.8, and then 6 is our greatest number. All right. So putting these in order from least to greatest is actually going to help you put them on the number line as well. All right. So we know we've got 6. because you should be putting these in order the way they come, least to greatest. Let me see, 5 and 4/5. 5 and 4/5 was 5.8, so that goes right here. 5 and 4/5. The approximate square root of 30, that was 5.47. All right, so it is somewhere between 5.4 and 5.5, and it's closer to 5.5 than it is 5.4. So somewhere in this region is the square root of 30. Last one was 5.36 repeating. Okay, it goes somewhere between 5.3 and 5.4. 5.36 is going to be closer to 5.4, so 5.36 with a repeat bar. All right, let's see what this last one is. All right, using real numbers. Hey, we got a globe symbol, so that means this is a real world example. So it says on Wednesday, there is an 83 and 1/3 chance of rain. All right, on Wednesday, there's 83 and 1/3 chance of rain. On Thursday, there's a 9/10 chance of rain. All right, and on Friday, there's a 6 out of 7 chance of rain. They couldn't just, give us all the same. No, they couldn't. All right, on which day is there the greatest chance of rain? So, step one, we're going to write each number as a decimal, rounding to the nearest hundredth. Yes, that's 2 places to the right. Then we're going to order the decimals, and then we're going to answer this question, on which day is the greatest chance of rain? All right. So, Wednesday, we're dealing with Wednesday. 83 and 1/3. All right, we have to change 83 and 1/3 into a decimal. If you don't know how to change a percent into a decimal, okay, third percent. When you change a percent into a decimal, what we are doing is we are taking that decimal and we are moving it 2 places to the left. So we are dividing by 100 in our calculators. So what you have is the approximately 0.83. 1/3, we've actually gone over this in a prior lesson, is the repeating 3, so we can put a repeat bar over the 3. Thursday. 9/10 of a chance of rain. All right, if you don't know that 9/10 is 9/10, you can take your calculator. 9 divided by 10 is 9/10. Let me show you this one on the calculator too, just real quick. All right, 83%, I'm just going to deal with the whole numbers, divided by 100 equals that 0.83. And then 1 divided by 3, that's your decimal, that's your 33333, okay? That's where this number came from. Now on Friday, remember your proportions from last year. It says there's a 6 out of 7% chance of rain. All right, so we're going to find the approximate decimal of 6/7. With this calculator, 6 divided by 7 equals 0.85. Always write 2 places to the right. All right, so we have written in decimal. Okay, now we're going to order them. Okay, cool. So let me see. We have got Wednesday, because it's asking which day is the greatest, which is why I'm ordering it in days. All right, then the next one would be Friday. And the one with the highest chance of rain is Thursday. So to answer the question, highest chance of rain is on Thursday.